Was Black Midi breaking up a good thing? Hello and welcome back here with me.
I see snap.
This is one of those albums that I listen to and I feel a little bit stupid. Look, I'm not going to pretend like I'm some expert on some avant-garde jazz or prog rock, synthy, whatever. That doesn't mean I can't appreciate something I don't fully understand. I couldn't tell you where every chord progression or sound originated from, or what the influence was, but I can tell you what stood out for me and what I enjoyed about the music. So anyway, we have Geordie Greep and his new album, The New Sound. As everyone who's watching this probably knows, Geordie was part of a group called Black Midi, a British experimental rock group known for their kind of intricate sound and chaotic performances, but unfortunately this year I think they broke up. But now that the band have broken up, you might think Geordie might have taken a different direction or toned it down a bit, but no. Without a compass or map, Geordie has managed to keep the insanity going. In this 11-track album running at about 1 hour 2 minutes long, it is absolutely rammed with genres, cultures and everything in between, from avant prog rock to salsa, and I'm sure way more, but it is combined in this finely weaved zany album. Lyrically, this album sees Geordie taking on various characters, be that powerful or weak. You must have heard about me, everyone knows my name, he sings about on the song Holy Holy, which sees him take on the performance of someone who thinks they're hot shit. Even so, the lyrics are out there and wacky. I respect that willingness to write something down and just stick with it. It's hard to do out there kind of weird lyrics and make it look good without it sounding like forced or too try hard. But it works so well here. You have a bigger dick than any man who's ever lived. You hear on the opening track Blues about an overinflated image. This song also sets up the tone for pretty much the rest of the album, with this stop and start bass and percussion. Vocally, Geordie sounds great here, but he does throughout the whole album. As the track goes on, it gets more and more chaotic until you're left in a whirlwind of sound that's oddly grounded by Geordie's vocals. I'm not sure who's drumming on this album, but damn. Following this with Terra, where we're introduced to these like shakers or hi-hats and this really sweet guitar, and this track turns into like a bossa nova style track. Everything sounds so lush, and then you get these nice horns that come in, and then wow, Geordie's vocals at around the 4-minute mark just hit these striking highs, sonically so pleasing. Then we come to Holy Holy, which I touched on briefly, which comes a bit out of left field with these really aggressive guitars. Interesting mix of what feels like Latin and prog rock. What I'm enjoying about this track is that the songs are quite long, but there's so much to listen to. Everything's so engaging and interesting, like this song or Through the War, which is a song that has a similar vibe, I think. Coming to the title track, A New Sound, which is kind of just an instrumental. It's full of energy, it's dynamic, and it has exceptional instrumentation going on. Again, no vocals, but there is this background harmony which is coming in and out that sounds really good. And you have a similar experience with the song Walk Up, which starts slowly and then surprises you with this huge prog sound that you really can't help like bopping along to. It's really catchy. Again, extremely dynamic. I haven't actually touched on this, but the mix is really nice. The use of space and filling out frequencies is really artistic in this album. And then the last part of this song is like a bust up with an argument about how loud everything is, which then turns into this country song. Absolutely ridiculous, but kind of great. Here is where I start to get a bit bored though with Bongo Season. While it's nice, it's kind of tame, not as exciting as so much of the album. But this changes with the next track, Motorbike, featuring Seth Evans doing vocal. It starts quite hauntingly, then boom, this like wall of sound hits you. It's heavy, it's exciting, then ends on this like nasty prog rock section that I kind of wish there was more of on the album, just because I kind of loved that change so much. The next song feels kind of needed after the bombardment of Motorbike, with the song as If Waltz. Unexpectedly, but kind of obviously, a bit of a waltz song, but with some added flavour coming in here and there. Really nice vocals coming through, and this sort of steel piano that sounded really nice. And in Geordie fashion, again building up into a bit of madness. I did feel this song was slightly too long maybe, but of course not as long as the song The Magician, coming in at 12 minutes and 20 seconds long, which does feel like a bit of an epic. It's interesting and captivating at parts, be that the breakdown at 4 minutes with this sort of glittery shiny synth, and again those lyrics, but weirdly sounding more serious than they appear to be. I wouldn't say I'm an expert at chord progressions, but this song does sound quite complicated and very, very interesting. On to the final song, If You Are But a Dream. Feeling like the last track of a romantic noir film. It's shorter than most of the tracks on the album, but it's one of my favourites, I think. Sort of reminding me of my late granddad and the kind of music he liked, and yeah, just like, I don't know, I just really liked it. Sorry. Anyway, I wasn't really sure what I was expecting coming into this album. As I said, I'm not one who's like a devout music snob. I like lots of genres with varying degrees of intellect, but this whole album was great. I definitely feel like I have to be in the right mood though to have a proper listen, but when you do, it's really like a bit of an adventure. It does make you think, what can he possibly do next? And I'm sure it will be great. How many obscure influences are there really out there? My only complaint was that some of the tracks were maybe a bit too long, you know, there were some that sounded quite similar, maybe a bit of filler. Either way, the album was really enjoyable, and I'm definitely sticking this record on my Christmas list. So with that, all in all, I would probably give this album a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you listened to the album. Did you like it down below? And feel free to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.